Hello, wonderful people. You are welcome to the most authoritative channel of agriculture education. If you are new to this channel, I urge you to subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, you are most welcome. In today's lesson, we'll look at one of the most important factors that drives productivity, enhance farmer success, and improve global food security, agriculture education. The quality of information you have will determine how successful you'll be in the field of agriculture. And in today's lesson, we'll look at the meaning of agriculture communication and also the benefits of agricultural communication. Let's dive in to look at it. Agricultural communication has to do with the exchange of ideas, knowledge, information relative to agricultural issues among the agricultural sector, among persons or stakeholders within the agriculture sector. And it involves the use of effective communication strategies and channels to disseminate vital information, to educate and engage stakeholders such as farmers, policymakers, consumers, and the general public. So, in short, a great communication is all about the exchange of information, ideas, and knowledge pertaining to agricultural activities for persons engaged in the agriculture sector and even beyond. Agricultural communication comes with a lot of benefit, and one of such is knowledge sharing and capacity building. So agricultural communication will facilitate the sharing of relevant information, be it research findings or technological advancement within the agricultural community. And as a result of the sharing of these vital informations, farmers, extension workers, etc., stay updated of the latest innovations, scientific breakthroughs, and best practices that have emerged. And this enables capacity building and promotes continuous learning and improvement in agriculture practices. And one of the means by which one can build capacity is through knowledge. And agriculture communication ensures that the stakeholders in the sector have access to updated information of what is happening in the sector. Aside the critical role of agri communication in knowledge sharing and capacity building, it also ensures that farmers are empowered. Farmers require information on how to prepare their lands, the type of seeds to procure, the kind of fertilizers to use, pesticides, etc., etc., etc. Effective agriculture communication empowers these farmers by providing them the relevant information and resources that will allow them to make informed decisions. So in this era of climate change, farmers need to know when the farming season has to start. So they'll plan ahead to prepare the lands, procure their seeds, and all the other inputs they need. So when the meteorological services make this information available to them, then they will make better decisions. Also, agricultural communication enhances the understanding of what's happening in agricultural markets. So if there are market opportunities, trends in prices, and the price of certain commodities rising or declining, what are the causative factors for such behaviors or such occurrence? All this information will help the farmers to make informed decisions. And when farmers are empowered, they are able to make better decisions as to how to manage risk, and also they are also able to make decisions relative to adoption of new technologies and overall improve their livelihood. So information, it's important, and agriculture communication ensure that relevant information can be accessed by farmers for better informed decisions that would ensure that their overall standards of living sees an improvement. Another benefit is policy advocacy and engagement. You cannot advocate for anything without communicating. And to communicate, you have to communicate effectively. And agricultural communication ensures that there is proper advocacy for policies that are farmer friendly. There's also advocacy calling on government and other duty bearers to address the critical challenges that is bedeviling the agriculture sector. Through agricultural communication, the gap between farmers, policymakers, and others is bridged through dialogue, sharing of insight, and conveyance of the needs and perspectives of the agriculture community. So it is important to know that effective communication shape policies that promote sustainable agriculture and drive food security. Agriculture communication also play an important role in consumer awareness and education. It helps in educating consumers about food production, sustainability issues, safety issues, etc. And it also helps in creating awareness of the benefit of producing, you know, food locally, the use of organic farming methods, fair trade practices, responsible consumption, etc. Also, communication campaigns help to address misconceptions, build trust, and promote informed choices among consumers. So, if there are people who have issues about, I remember I encountered some people who had concerns about the use of inorganic fertilizers to produce food and how they think it could pose threats to health. I took the time to explain to them why inorganic fertilizers cannot be completely disregarded, or you cannot completely do away with it in food production, and explain to them how it should be applied, the need to test your soil to ascertain nutrient levels and know the type of fertilizer to apply, the rate at which it should be applied, and all of that to ensure that it does not, degenerate into other things. And by the time I was done, they appreciated the information I shared with them, and I had the understanding that, oh, you can use inorganic fertilizer, but it is how you use it that will determine whether or not it will make the food that you're producing harmful for consumption or not. So, yes, communication campaigns can address misconceptions and build trust. Also, in times of crisis and risk, communication cannot be, the importance of communication cannot be overemphasized. So, when there's a disease outbreak or there's a natural disaster or something, you have to make use of what communication. You have to talk to people. You have to let people who are affected know why this is happening and what is going to be done to address it. Because without communication, people, out of fear or panic, may resort to all manner of means to address their problems, and that can also create significant challenges. Agricultural communication ensures that there's rapid dissemination of information, crisis management strategies, and coordination among stakeholders. I remember during the outbreak of fall armyworm in Ghana, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture quickly disseminated information through radio and television to farmers as to how to deal with the problems they were encountering on their farms, who they should contact, where they should go, the kind of strategies they should use to address the situation, whilst government mobilize resources to get them the needed um, inputs, or let me say, the needed pesticides, or information on how to address it. Let me put it that way. So, crisis communication and risk management will not be effective without communication. So, transparent and timely communication helps to manage risk. It helps in minimizing panic and maintain public confidence in agriculture sector. So I mean, when there was the outbreak of the avian flu, and a lot of poultry farms were losing their birds quickly, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture made use of the mass media to communicate to farmers on what they should do to address the challenge they were facing. So communication is important in crisis. Also, communication plays a significant role in promoting the adoption of technologies and practices. So when there are new tools, techniques, or findings that will enhance agricultural productivity and sustainability, communication plays a significant role in promoting its adoption. Because when people become aware of what can help them in their operations, and it is communicated in a manner that they can relate to, then you can be assured that they will adopt these new strategies or new ways of doing things. And agricultural communication ensures that information is tailored to reach this target audience. So communication channels and platforms facilitate knowledge transfer and encourage farmers to embrace new ways of doing things, a new approach to certain situations. Another important thing is a benefit of agricultural communication, collaboration and networking. It fosters collaboration and networking among stakeholders. It brings farmers together to share experience, collaborate on projects, and address common challenges. The effective communication facilitates the exchange of ideas, expertise, etc., which leads to innovations and synergies. You cannot build network. You cannot collaborate with other people without communicating with them. And through communication, you are able to even meet business partners. You are able to share your ideas and also receive expert information from researchers, policymakers, etc. That would help in improving your business. And communication plays a significant role in that area. So we've looked at agriculture communication, and we learned it has to do with exchanging information or sharing ideas among stakeholders in the agriculture sector and even beyond. We've looked at importance or benefits of agriculture communication. That's all for now. If you want to learn more about agriculture communication and other related agriculture topics, I urge you to subscribe to this channel. Keep learning, keep working hard. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I'll look at it and address it. Until then, have a blessed day and see you in the next episode.